brain is exploding. This is.
Oh my God! Welcome to the show. Welcome to Throga channel. How are you this morning, Johnny?
I'm okay. I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay too.
That's good. It's good to be okay.
All right, we're gonna keep going.
Let's just keep going.
Normally, we would totally bail on that and start over, but not today. So, Johnny and I just shot a bunch of Sunday shorts. They're 1-minute videos that we record to and release every Sunday for our exclusive content for our Throw-only members.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who submitted this one. It was a gentleman that goes by the name of Wing. He's a beatboxer.
On the wings of love.
No. but good reference.
Yep.
The song is called Dopamine, and
ours was spiked when we listened to it.
it was a completely dopamine overload. We didn't have much to say. I mean, it was way too much for us to break down in like a 2-minute short scenarios.
AKA, it was awesome, and we had to talk about it more. Yes.
Yeah, so we're like, okay, we're going to stop all of our thoughts. Let's hear the whole thing, not just a clip, and see what's happening here. So that is what we're doing. Shall we begin?
Yes, but before we do, please hit like, subscribe, ring that bell so you always know what we are doing at all times and all places.
And if you're interested in becoming a Throw-only member to be part of those Sunday shorts, be sure to click on the link below where you can buy us a coffee to help support the page and reactions like this and become a member. You can be a silver, gold, or diamond Throw-only member. And you can submit videos, and we get to as many as we possibly can, of course. It also gives you exclusive access to our Throw-only events and other perks. All right. Here it is. I can't wait to hear this again because you didn't miss much. For those of you who don't have access to the Sunday short, basically all you saw was this.
Stupefied.
It was just my camera was frozen because I couldn't figure out what was happening. Here we go. Oh, we didn't hear this.
No. Sounds like a tugboat.
We could spend 20 minutes on that. I mean, he hasn't even started.
I mean, it's hard enough hitting a note right on just singing normally. He's doing like 3 different sounds all into one. It's like a sound designer, where it's not just one sound. You're combining a bunch of different elements to make one thing.
I would say currently there are 4 things happening. You have the folds vibrating, giving your, what note is that? I don't have my piano on. E. Oh, we got strings on too today.
That's G.
So the folds are vibrating. Then you have the resonating cavity, the throat, oral cavity, a little bit the nasal cavity. So that's kind of, you can kind of manipulate that to give the formant and the overtones. Mm-hmm. Then he has like a little breathy sound that he's letting escape between his lips, maybe against his tongue. And there's this really subtle vibration with the lips. Like it, but like when you do the trumpet, it's got like that really close, like perfectly positioned resistance against the airflow, all layered in one instrument to create just that sound.
A little bit of the more. It's more up front. Yeah, you're right.
It's definitely more up front, at least in that instant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me back it up. I'll play it longer,
perfectly in pitch as well. By the way.
Yes. Yeah. Accuracy is outstanding.
And then the crescendo.
This.
The brain's motivation neurotransmitter. Dopamine.
This is the clip we heard right here.
Okay. Okay, so there's two things happening. I mean, there's probably more than that, but two main
Right.
sounds happening. The dun, 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 and then this airy sound, which is increasing in volume, while dun, 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 is staying the same volume.
Yes. Yeah, so he's got to adjust the air pressure underneath, dampen the frequency so they don't get too loud. Otherwise, dun, 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 like it gets like a push sound, but it's all relaxed. And that you can see his cheeks moving. There's some play there to adjust that. Just that. Oh, all these overtones to make it sound crazy layered. And that's with his articulation muscles and the muscles related to tone working completely independent of his intonation, being the pitch itself that you're referring to.
It's total control. I mean, this isn't what you conventionally think of as a vocal performance, but it is.
Oh my God, it is.
It's actually to the highest extent.
Mhm.
It's I mean, when you do a vocal exercise, it's all about the control and it's all about the coordination. This is like the greatest example of that you could possibly
Yes,
hear.
it is. Just the
Wow.
breathing as a whole, his ability to manage what he has, and then obviously beatboxers make sounds while they inhale as well. That's part of the feeling of it perpetually going forward. We're gonna play it longer this time. We promise.
But there's so much to talk about.
I know.
I
I
gotta
know.
stop it every 2 seconds. That.
Dopamine. Dopamine. Dopamine now.
My brain is exploding. This is
Oh my God! It's like all four members of Matri in one larynx.
Yeah.
It's just
seriously, not to
insane.
take anything away from them. 'cause
No,
they're
no.
unbelievable. But just the fact that he's doing so many things in one in one throat, one larynx, one mouth. I mean, that's just
I-
I don't know how you do it. I don't even know how you make one of those sounds by itself. I'm like trying to. My mind is boggled. Like how he does the. He's got. It sounds like a synth, like a synth plugin
Right.
that we have. In
It
studio.
does. So I break everything down into 7 dimensions of singing, which and this is absolute singing, like Johnny said, vocalizing to its nth degree. It doesn't have the same maybe lyrical, emotional, compelling aspects to it that we associate typically with singing, but in terms of vocal control and ingenuity,
Making choices, having independence,
next level. So flexibility has to do with the responsiveness of the folds. He's going from that. How low is he going? That's the E2, right?
I think it's the lowest one's in E, right?
Yeah. So getting the folds to vibrate that slow, the larynx has to release tension and vibrate slow, and then he's got these. He'll jump up the octave or 2 octaves on a dime, so it has to double speed and then double speed again, perfectly accurate, no sliding into the pitch. That's what makes it sound synthetic, is because there's no. You don't hear the fretlessness of the human voice. He's that accurate. So the responsiveness of the folds are here. Breath control. He's pulling air inward and exhaling. He's using every single molecule of air to create something interesting. Getting the folds to trigger in reverse on the pitch that he wants in the sound. Intonation is the pitch itself, right? Range is, I just talked about, the folds can go really loose and really tight and kind of stretch accordingly. This is the fascinating part for me, though. This is what blows my mind with what he's doing. The tone, meaning the space above the larynx, is being manipulated and highlighted in so many incredible ways, from literally quarter second to a quarter second. It's not just, we get to the end of the verse and then I'm going to shift gears into this duet feel or whatever. I mean, this is 16th beats exchanges. And these muscles of the throat, which borrows from the tongue and the jaw muscles to shape sound, double his articulators. Articulation is the lips, tongue, and jaw. So he's using everything with such finesse to even the snare. Like he's got like this, he's like a slap sound, and then he goes into his tongue moves to get like this decay. And not just he's got a basic verb on his overall voice here, but the decay internally in his voice just for the snare, and then move that independent of all of those tonal factors, and then the strength of the muscles with the larynx. Then he's just going in circles, just maxing out the 7 dimensions, every breath in and every breath out.
On each layer, on each thing he's doing.
The independence, yes.
Yeah.
Let's point the 7 dimensions is it's 7 things that are simultaneously happening, ideally independent of each other. That's the purpose of training, so you can express yourself how you want. And he's juggling 7 dimensions brilliantly this entire performance.
Yeah, this is just astounding.
I need to hear more.
Yeah.
In the overtone, that was the other thing I was going to say with those low notes. You can see his larynx drop. He elongates his entire resonating cavity for that 16th beat or 8th beat or quarter note, whatever he's doing, and then immediately adjusts back to the next sound. Just the play.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Dopamine now. Can you feel it now?
False folds were tapped in there just a little bit.
Take it.
And then the lo-fi sound.
Like this makes more sense when he trades back and forth between the melodic part and the rhythm.
Yeah.
But he has a bass in there for 2 seconds.
Dopamine.
I could listen to that 10,000 times and still just be scratching my head.
This
Dopamine.
How?
I've heard other beatboxers in clips and viral videos do this, but not to this degree. Like I've heard all of those sounds, but I mean, that's so clean.
But
So-
I don't understand how he's got the beat going while he's doing a melody with these polyrhythms happening on top of it, and then getting that kick and snare through it all. That's the thing that's blowing my mind is there's multiple sounds happening simultaneously. It's like how is that possible? How?
It is every contact within the vocal tract, from the lips to the teeth to the tongue, tip of the tongue, middle of the tongue, rear of the tongue, the nasopharynx, that's part of the muscles that flip the uvula up and down to let air up to the nasal cavities, the cylindrical muscles of the throat itself, the pharynx, and then even the epiglottis. That's the thing, that cartilage thing that folds over the larynx, like when you swallow. It folds down. Even that is like, it's like disrupting things. It's just every little bit of vocal tract is somehow engaged and independently working together to create his mind's intention. I cannot imagine the thousands of hours this young man has put into just play. Experimenting to the nth degree.
The mental process to be able to do this, because all the stuff that you're explaining, it's so sort of involuntary to happen so suddenly. You can't plan on this stuff, so it's like your brain has to sort of process that.
It's like juggling, literally. It's like you consciously throw a one ball catch, And then you get really good at that, and then you can add a second, third, fourth. It's the same idea of just multitasking. You have to consciously learn one thing really well. That becomes a subconscious program. But everything we're talking about doesn't even go into just his musicality on top of everything.
I mean, it's one thing being able to do 4 things, 5 things at the same time, but to do every one of those elements to the highest that it can be done. Intonation's right on. I mean, the sounds are so accurate. It's like the reproduction of, I know he's making it up, but it still sounds like a freaking synthesizer in an actual drum machine. It's nuts.
Crazy cool.
That's amazing. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's just
thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this reaction of like 15 minutes of us stuttering,
drooling,
trying to figure this out. This is just wild.
That's crazy.
Awesome. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.
See you later.